What's up, YouTube? Today I'm going to talk about why HIMS and her stock might explode soon. But before I do that, please make sure that this is not financial advice and I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a dude with screen recording software. Alright, let's start. So, for you that don't know, HIMS and Hers is a US based telehealth platform which sells subscriptions for medications to patients. It's still small cap stock with a market cap below $10 billion. Okay, to understand why the stock may explode, I want you to look at this data. This data shows the short interest of the stock HIMS and Hers. As you can see, the current short interest is 60.6 million shares. The previous one was 57 million. So a change of 5%. And the short percentage of float is 33%. Why is this important? Short selling simply means borrowing a stock from someone else, which you don't own, to sell it because you believe it will go down later. But borrowing something means you have to pay it back. But what if the shares rise in the meantime? Then you have to buy it back at even higher price, and that will make you a loss. And if people don't sell, the price will keep going up and up and up. And that's what happened with HIMS and Hers last time. And this is what we call a short squeeze. This happened to HIMS and Hers last time. I'll show you the data. Short percentage is already more than 33%. This is the highest it's ever been. Last time it was around 24, 25, 29, also about 30% in January and February, as you can see. And if you look at this chart, this is exactly the moment HIMS and Hers blew up, and it rose from around $24 to highest point at $72. As we can see, HIMS stock fell all the way from $72 until $24 again. So the $24 proved to be a fantastic support level. Now, I made a lot of profit last time, and I'm going to make sure I'm going to make a lot of profit this time. So I bought again a huge pile of HIMS and Hers stock when it was $24, and I'm going to ride it out all the way until at least $70. So I'm telling you guys, don't sleep on HIMS and Hers. It's a very fantastic, phenomenal company. Even if you don't just want to buy it because you believe it might go up in the short term, I believe HIMS and Hers is still an undervalued company, and it's definitely worth looking at. So this is going to be my plan. Monday there are going to be earnings. Okay, as we saw, the stock already rose from 24 until $40 or almost $41, and this is partly because of this news. HIMS and Hers is going to team up with Novo Nordisk. It's one of the biggest pharmaceutical companies in the world. And Novo Nordisk is famous for making Wegovy and Ozempic, drugs used by people with diabetes and obesity. It's basically marketed and used by people who want a quick fix. They don't want to diet down, they just want to inject themselves and then they lose weight. Of course, some people need it for medical reasons, but there are also a lot of people who just want an easy, quick fix. But that's okay but you can make a lot of money because of that. So, a bundle offering of Novo Nordisk's FDA-approved Wegovy on the HIMS and Hers platform marks the first step in a long-term collaboration roadmap. So, they're going to work together, and they announced a long-term collaboration with Novo Nordisk designed to make proven obesity care and treatments more accessible, more affordable, and more connected for millions of Americans. So, past year in 2024, HIMS and Hers already sold for a while a weight loss drug. It was quite similar to the ones of Novo Nordisk, and this was because of the shortage. Because Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly both are making like pharmaceutical drugs for diabetes and obesity. They couldn't deliver as much as requested, and that's why HIMS and Hers was for a short time allowed to also sell these products. But as the shortage ended, the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration from the US, said no, you can no longer do that, and that's why HIMS had to stop. In the earnings call of Q3 or Q4, HIMS and Hers said last year they were gonna develop and launch an own weight loss product, probably Q2 or Q3. But of course, this is not necessary anymore. They can just sell Wegovy from Novo Nordisk on their platform. We're excited to work with Novo Nordisk, a company known for breakthrough innovation in clinical medicine and a strong portfolio of medications, said Andrew Judom, CEO and founder of HIMS and Hers. So, like I said, as I said before, Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly There are two of the biggest companies in the world selling like these drugs for obesity and diabetes. So this is a very strong move of HIMS that they can now sell their drugs on their platform. So this is very bullish news for HIMS and Hers, and this will potentially lead up to millions and millions of dollars of extra revenue this year and the next coming years. All right, so why might HIMS stock explode very soon? This is also because they have an upcoming earnings, first quarter earnings for 2025 on May 5th, so next week, Monday. So this is why HIMS and Hers might explode if they have good earnings, good outlook, because the short float is already 33%. So if the stock rises more, then those people who are shorting need to buy back higher, and they don't want to wait too long, causing them to buy all at the same time, which explodes the price. And this is why the price went to $72 the last time. I'm not saying it might go or it will go to $70 again. We have no guarantee on that, but there's a big chance of a stock explosion if a lot of these people need to cover their shorts, and the stock will rise after the earnings. So even if you don't want to wait for that or just don't want to bet on that, HIMS Nurse is still, in my opinion, not financial advice, a very strong, solid company worth looking into. Still, you're still early, even though it already went up like 20-fold. You're still early, and in my opinion, I will believe in HIMS. I bought it before, I sold it before. I will continue to keep it in my portfolio, and I'm not really thinking right now of selling below the price of 70. Anyway, that was it for this video. Don't forget to mention any comments or questions in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I catch you in the next one.